Streaming live across the globe to nerds around the nation. Everything Noob starts now.
Hello, welcome to the Everything Noob podcast. Thank you all for joining us on this lovely Monday evening, if you're watching live. I'm Vortak. I'm joined today by Jemmy.
Hi.
Boombody. And Lido.
Hello.
Wow. He couldn't top.
Okay.
He went the other way with it.
Yeah.
So,
Tater tots.
Hello.
we have a lot to talk about, a lot of little things going on in the gaming community, and we're going to talk about all of it.
Yep.
All of it?
Everything.
Like everything.
Everything. All the way back from 90 DOS 3.1 all the way up.
Yeah.
I don't think we have enough time for that. That's like a 5-part episode.
We're going to start with Wizardry from the Mac.
Oh my gosh.
Starting with Pong.
Starting
Pong
with
was
Pong.
Yeah, Pong. Well,
Long
that's
ago.
right.
Pong,
First
Pong
console.
was a fun game.
Why are you
Oh,
talking
It
we're
was
about
a
not-
game with
So we're
some
just
battles.
computer games.
And
Hey,
some
I thought it was cool when
squares.
they added color to it. That
No,
was
no.
the thing.
Oh,
No.
That was
So
too
they
great.
double-
Pong.
Doubled the paddles. That was great.
Four paddles.
Yeah.
They were losing money
Double
because
your paddles, double your pleasure. It's like double mint gum.
Turned Pong into a group sport.
Yeah.
they were losing money on
Teams.
the original Pong because new games were coming out. Like, what do we do? Add more paddles,
Add more pixels.
more
Beer
pixels.
pong would be hard with it, though.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
Restaurant I used to work at had a beer pong game on its machine.
really?
On its little
How did that work?
It had a little thing it was touchscreen, so you
Oh, so you like a little Angry Birds, but with a ping
Yeah.
pong ball, and you.
Oh.
Okay.
yeah.
That's a good idea.
What if that's how beer pong really worked? They took ping pong balls and like a rubber band contraption, and you had to.
I think people would be a lot better at beer pong.
Really? I'd be terrible. I'd keep shooting the wall. Ha ha!
I think that people could get injured because you can only throw a ping pong ball so hard. Yet if you add in how fast it could be shot out of a rubber band, you could put someone's eye out.
You could. You'll put your eye out.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot
Or
of
you could
surface
injure
area to
yourself.
ping pong ball.
Or you could injure yourself.
Injury possible. I don't know about popping an eyeball out though.
Where is this show going?
It could. I think it could.
I think there's too much surface area.
I think the mistake was talking about Pong.
What about Pac-Man?
Pac-Man. Oh,
We're gonna go 8-bit and go Pac-Man on this.
No.
man, sounds fun.
That's too mainstream.
Pac-Man.
Well,
Pac-Man.
Here,
Pac-Man
That
no
was the
mainstream.
First adventure game right there.
I'll turn this around. Speaking of 8-bit, there's a little game I wanted to quickly mention. I know Boombody will be happy about this. It's called The Blockheads.
The Blockheads.
The Blockheads, and it's made from. It's inspired by Minecraft, and it looks almost identical to Minecraft, but it's side-scrolling, like Terraria, except with Minecraft.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yes.
And it kind of looks like it's a three-dimensional, but yet it's not quite.
2.5.
I guess you can go in and out of the, because you're going around and then you're
You haven't said any
and
words at all.
exactly. My mic keeps
Inappropriate
cutting out.
gestures
Hold on.
only.
It's my mic.
It's still 2D. It's still considered 2D.
Yeah, it's still two-dimensional, but it's really cool looking. By what I'm seeing here, I'll make sure to link it in the show notes on everythingnoob.com. That's about all you can really say. But it's Minecraft, but two-dimensional. But they've added their own touches to it. I love how they don't try to not be Minecraft. That's what I can say about that game.
Yeah.
They don't.
They at least embrace it.
Yeah, they embrace hey, we're inspired
See,
by Minecraft.
See, I mean, I don't know. All right, Minecraft was a fun game, and I'm sure at some point I'll find it fun again once they've changed so much stuff that it's like a new game to me.
Yeah.
Which is coming
Actually, it's what
around
I'm
soon.
waiting for.
Yeah.
Yes,
coming
that's what
around
I'm waiting
soon.
for.
They're starting to get a
I mean,
lot
I've
of
been
different.
I've been playing my adult version of Minecraft, aka Worm Online.
Yeah,
check it out
I haven't been on there in
wormonline.com.
forever.
No, I went to the house to see if the house was still there because I hadn't seen you on it so long.
It'll be there till May at least.
mm,
That's when the locusts come and
Oh.
eat it up.
yeah.
Wow, oh, how long is my deed? Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to add to my deed.
Uh-oh. Are you worried?
Yeah, now I'm
But
worried.
I mean,
Wait, I'm gonna get on right now.
No, you wait.
I'm playing right now. I'm not
Addict.
lying.
Addicts. That's what we have
Well,
here.
I mean, whenever you need to do, hold on. All right, so here, fun tidbit for you who give a shit. I've been playing. I have 22 days and 8 hours of playtime.
Wow.
He's been playing.
You should be
I
like
play a lot.
the top scoring.
He plays. I
play
thought
a
I was
lot.
playing.
And here, let me find my APM, or because there is an APM meter in here.
APM
is it in the
meter.
It's basically.
What's that stand
It's
for?
actions per minute.
Oh, wow. They calculate that?
Yeah, it's not really actions per minute though. It's just actions period. Actions and actions per game. I've performed 88,500 actions.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy, because I don't... There was a
also-
time...
I've also
There should be an
traveled
achievement
over.
for that.
I've also traveled over 600 kilometers.
Wow. There was a
Yep.
time when I was big into RuneScape, that they calculated how many days you've ever played the game, like just like that. And
Yeah.
I think I had maybe 18 days total. At the time I first checked
Oh.
it. Like it got
Ultima was the same way. We could check it on Ultima, and it was like you had pissing contest to who had the most like time.
No, what I'm saying though, what was impressive, I guess, is that how 18 days I thought was crazy. In reality though, I've been playing for years and years.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've been
18
playing
days is nothing.
I know. In when you really
in
look at
years,
it, that's nothing.
but Lito, how long have I been playing?
Oh,
Like a month and
played-
a half.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why that blows my mind, because I thought 18 days was a lot, and you've been
Nah,
playing.
it's nothing.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, you must be the best now.
Oh, I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty good.
All your skills are maxed. You've all the money.
I
he's
wish.
got 99 on everything. 99
wish.
skill on everything.
I wish.
That would be so nice.
It's so hard. I can't even fathom having like 50 skill and everything. There's just so many skills.
Well,
Yeah.
Worm Online's crazy like that, but if you're looking for something simple, I'd recommend this little Blockheads game. I'm not even sure if it's available for download. I don't. Oh, the stupid Shockwave crashed, so
So is it beta then?
it might be
Or
beta. I
browser
didn't.
only?
I didn't read the whole article. I read the top part where they were talking about it and what it was, and there's more, but it doesn't have a download link or anything, which is why it might be beta for only IGN. I had never seen it before. I've seen pictures that represent that style, like Minecraft, as if it was 2D, but this is someone actually made it. So
Mm.
no, it's pretty cool though. If you're looking for something like Minecraft, but
I just
not
wish
as
games would be
involved,
more real.
something more realistic, like Worm.
Well, more unique, more original.
I'm waiting for the next Minecraft, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen. We'll have to see. Like
Well,
the next big sandbox game that's not overcomplicated like Worm. I think Worm's overcomplicated in comparison
It
to
is.
Minecraft.
it is Minecraft for adults.
So the
You know-
next game that's going to sweep everyone off their feet needs to be as simple but mind blowing like Minecraft was.
Does it have to be simple?
Yes.
For
To have mass market appeal for
Well,
the
mass
retards?
market appeal.
Yes.
yeah.
Well,
It does have to be simple.
So
Well, Minecraft isn't, and it is Redstone.
it was.
No,
It
There's
was.
complex levels, but it's still like the base gameplay is very simple and easy to grasp.
And originally because we're in the post Minecraft age. This is the in history this would be the decline of Minecraft, to be honest.
Yes and no.
If we were well, I mean Minecraft
Until
is
they,
peaked. I'm pretty sure Minecraft is peaked. if Minecraft is still making the sales it made a year ago, 2 years, or a year and a half ago, I would be surprised.
Well, they
Once
can't
they get that
possibly.
modding API, that's it.
Eventually, everyone's going to have Minecraft. So eventually, they're going to stop making sales inevitably, not because it's losing interest, because I own the game already. Why would I buy it again?
Of course, I mean, you got to also think how many new people how many people buy WoW.
True. But WoW has monthly
'cause people
fees
are always-
to calculate it. You can calculate it accurately using monthly fees.
Well, no, the thing is though, like there are people still buying WoW.
Oh,
Yeah,
you mean
because they're
purchase?
selling it.
Yeah, well, yeah, new
New-
people, new generations
new
of players,
account, yeah.
of course. But it's not going
But
to be
I
like the
mean-
initial release ever.
No. Well, even the initial release wasn't the initial release. It was
Yeah.
what 6 months after
Yeah,
and whatnot when
it had to get word of mouth.
when the YouTube and the word of mouth and everything and. But I don't think. I think a more complex game could be. It's just it has to have the appeal. I would hope it.
It needs to at
I mean,
least start simple. It needs to attract you, like, oh, I can play this. This is easy, and then you
Sure.
learn it. Like big MMOs, they're easy at first, and then you start learning the ins and outs of all the skills, and
Right.
then you realize how complicated it is, but you've grasped it by then.
Because I mean, granted, they've, Mojang has done a great job making a great game that's, caused hours and hours and hours of entertainment. Good on them. There are very few games that I've played. I mean, there's probably a list of 10 or 12 games that I've played as long, to that point. You have your MMOs. To have it on the same scale of time spent like an MMO or a MOBA game, where you play X amount of hours constantly, instead of say like you pick up like a random game that comes out, you play through it and beat it, you're done.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, and I would hope that the next big game that like sweeps isn't a clone of something.
It won't be. It can't. I mean, look at all the Minecraft clones that are out, like this Blockheads game. It'll never be what
Blockhead,
Minecraft is.
there's Ace Spades, there's Towns.
So it's not possible for it to be a clone because people recognize a clone when they see one, and they're like, this is great and all, but I want the real thing. The real thing is what made this clone great.
Right.
Even a
Well,
little bit.
here's the thing. I think really really needs to happen is I think there's probably games out there that could really take over, but it's not getting the publicity that it should. Because a great example of that, I think everybody knows that there was Ultima Online, there was
The original.
EverQuest. All those were way before WoW, And
I think by the way, the new EverQuest and the new Elder Scrolls Online are going to be really, really good from what I've seen so far.
yeah, and I think what happened was because they were already out there, they had the questing system, they basically had the system down, and then WoW came about, and then they publicized the crap out of that game, and it became the big game that it did. Now, yeah, it is fun, but you know what? I can have fun in Ultima Online or EverQuest or any of those games too. But because of publicity, it really picked up, and that.
It's not just publicity, though. They made it appeal to people who would never pick up an MMO before because it was simple and easy to understand.
And
You
it
don't
was
have
cheap.
to understand the complex rules of an RPG and stats to play WoW and like do okay.
No, you don't. And the thing
And
is,
that's why it works. And that's why it
Yeah.
ran away like that. That's why the Wii ran away like that. Because you don't have to be a gamer or understand games. You don't have to have those years of practice at learning like the standards that come with the practice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just thought, well, because Minecraft, it didn't get publicity by the company itself. The publicity came from, players and people putting it out there, and
The publicity is
make a
what set it
video,
off.
make it
But
basically, yeah.
publicity on a
videos, and that's what
complex
they did.
game is not going to make it have that huge appeal, though.
Yeah, we learned that in Worm because we've tried it's been publicized the crap out of it, but it's not
Worm is a
picking up,
daunting game when you first get into it, and that's
Yeah.
that's its
Worm
downfall.
is a steep learning curve, and the thing is though, there's not, because of what it is, you're not going to have the interface and people talking to you and everything like that. I don't see that happening for a long time. Ultima, I'll even go back into Ultima. Ultima was, you were dropped into a world just like Worm. You had your starting city where you were safe, but there was no major questing. There was none of that. You literally got up, and if you were lucky, you had a friend that played, which is how you got into it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
eventually there were people talking, and there were guides, and there were forums and all that kind of thing. Of course, that's all it took. It's all it took for a game back in the late '90s. Was a good forum and enough people playing it that would get more people involved word of mouth, and it didn't need the WoW graphics, and it didn't need the clever interface. And to be honest, if I'm hoping that RuneScape 2007, I hope that really branches out, and I hope some companies maybe decide to remarket some. Oh shit, my pickaxe broke.
Wow.
That was great.
Well,
Sorry. No, but I really hope that they go back and say, okay, let's go ahead and make some more. Let's go ahead and make some. Let's go ahead and make some of these older games again.
I think people. I mean, you mentioned RuneScape, and I do want to talk about that. I think that nature is starting to come out to all these big developers of games that are older now. The games that have aged over time, and either like I don't know who plays Ultima Online. I'm sure there's like a community of people somewhere that still do.
Sure there are. There are. There's still an active website for it, and there's still, and it's hit the $50 a month. Or 12, whatever. So the thing is, Ultima used to be. I remember when Ultima was like $5 a month, or no, $3 a month, $2.99 a month. I was the fucking days. Sorry.
You're killing me.
And it was a good time. It was a really good time. But no, it's but then EverQuest started, and then EverQuest had a questing system, and it was all this, that, and the other, and then WoW came about. WoW started with all these, high graphics. Because to be honest, if even Worm, and I would hope any of you that haven't heard of Worm goes and checks out Worm, because it really is. If you can get into it and watch a couple of videos, say from Factional Fights, they do some really good videos.
Lido.
Lido has
I've only done a few.
Myself and my buddy Steve, who may or may not be here in a few weeks to come join us as a guest host.
I saw your intro.
Our series. And if you watch, if you want something that's going to give you a lot of hours, like I said, for me, it is. There's a steep learning curve. I come across like I want to do this. What do I need? Go to the wiki.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff.
There's a lot of that, but you have to admit though, Boombody, that once you played and you leveled up your skills, things go a lot more quicker. This is the problem with new players: is they get in the game and they try to level, and it's slow process.
Well, the thing is, and there is that starting there is that starting of everything.
Yeah, like RuneScape.
It's really tough. It's really tough.
I started playing with Vortec again because we were looking at the 2007, and one of the things I noticed was I'm doing the same beginning quests that I did in the newer version of it, and I'm noticing that the rewards are different, and there's a slight differences in the play of it. It's actually like it's a slower process to get up there in the older one. It really is. And so what they did was they revamped that, and they made it a little bit more faster to get your levels up. In the newer one, they've fooled around with the GUI a little bit. They've also obviously fooled around with the graphics.
Graphics are much nicer in the newer one. I'll give them that.
But when I went back to 2007, I said, "Oh my gosh, I remember this." And I just got like kind of excited about it, and I thought it was really cool. And I started doing the quest. I'm going, wait a minute, and I did this cooking quest, and I got 3,000 gold in the new one. I'm only getting 300 gold, and the rewards were a lot different, but with the same exact quests.
Yeah.
So,
no, I think what RuneScape has done is they listened to their fans for once, except they didn't. Basically, for those who don't know, this game has been around for 12 years, maybe. I think
something
it's 12 or 13. Something crazy. It's more than a decade old, and they made an update called Evolution of Combat, and people refer to the new RuneScape game as only Evolution of Combat because they hate it that much. Everyone who I've met now who's playing this older version they just released is saying, "Oh, well, I hate EOC." And I'm like, "What's EOC? That's Evolution of Combat. That's the other RuneScape." And no one wants to play it anymore. So instead of like, ignoring what people were saying, Jagex was probably losing a lot of money. So they said, what do we do?
Yeah,
what do we do? And they went on the forums, and people were like, I'd rather play the old RuneScape and make a whole new character than deal with this, is what I imagine they were saying. I don't know. I wasn't there. I just learned about this the other day. So they said, okay, here's what we'll do. We're going to put up this poll, and if the poll gets X amount of votes, we'll bring back RuneScape as it was in 2007. If it gets this many votes, we're going to do that, and then we're going to add a little development team to go with it. If it gets this many votes, we're going to add an even bigger development team, and we're going to give it updates. And then, it went up from there. And then I think the final one, if it gets this many votes, we might as well shut down EOC because the majority of our community will be playing old RuneScape. And they set really unrealistic goals because I don't even think 500,000 people still play RuneScape because they used to have 1 million. I remember when they hit 1 million different paying people. So they've gone down significantly since then. As a company, that's really hard hitting because you grew a company, you have all these people hired working on a game, and then boom, you make one update and everyone drops off like flies, and now you can't afford to pay your staff. So I don't know. That's my thing now. Is I look at this game and I look at what they've done. I came back to it because I missed RuneScape the way I remembered it, and they've changed it so much I didn't even recognize it. I didn't want to go back. Now I'm playing it again, and I know all these people who are like, "Oh my God, I loved this when it was like this." So they're not only did they start gaining back the people they lost, now they're gaining back people who played years ago and moved on just for nostalgia.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. The graphics of that suck. They're terrible. Terrible graphics.
But they were so good back then.
Back then, it was for a Java browser-based game. I thought they were.
Okay,
we thought it was cool to be able to do it in our.
It's good.
I could play it at work on the crappiest of computers, and it worked just fine.
Your PC was bad when you couldn't even run RuneScape.
Yeah. Oh, I'm lagging. My frame rate's going down. Now, yeah.
Yeah. Back then, the frame rate wasn't even a thing. No one cared. Oh, it's lagging. I'm dropping frames. Now everyone's really technical about it because everything's related to HD and frames and all this stuff.
They got it in their little corner of their screen.
What's that say about new MMOs in general, though? I mean, at what point is World of Warcraft going to do something desperate? I think Blizzard, though, knowing them, they're just going to make a new game. But Jagex is hanging on to RuneScape as much as they can. It's kind of pathetic.
I don't think they're going to let go of WoW, though, until, it's literally hemorrhaging them or about to.
Yeah.
They'll continue supporting that. You may not get a new expansion pack, but they'll have a dev team with small updates and changes and maybe, some events. Come back to WoW events and stuff like that. Because at that point, it'll be just a cash cow.
Well, I think that's what this RuneScape is, because it's costing them a lot less than it used to run it, because they already have their servers, and they already have their employees, and it's probably easier for them because the updates they're doing are things that are already in RuneScape. But before they do the updates, they do a community poll, and they say, here's what we're thinking. And if it gets at least 75% vote, we'll put it in. It's not if 51 versus 49, and we're going to put it in. It needs to be a majority vote by the community before they alter 2007 RuneScape. And that's a smart thing to do. You need to, the majority of the community doesn't agree on it, then just leave it as it is, because they're still playing it.
Like, have you ever heard of Eternal Lands?
No.
It's very much almost 100% exactly like RuneScape. But the development team is people who play it. Sounds crazy, huh?
Like,
it's an open source game.
Of it by the time they got done with their job.
And if the actual originating development team likes what they see, then they incorporate that in the main game. But I guess you can get the source code and you can fool around with it if you wanted to.
That's cool.
But it's so much. It's like you walk around and you do crafting and different things. There's quests in there. It's almost just like RuneScape. And I fooled around that for a while, and I just recently looked it up. The first time that we took our RuneQuest venture to see if we can get back into it was a month ago or whatever. I looked up Eternal Lands because it was so much like it, and yeah, it's still kind of old school, but it's pretty interesting.
Well,
so there are other games out there that's like it, but
yeah, no, it's.
And
I just like to see a company make a comeback. Especially gaming, I truly believe that running an MMORPG as your running one game as your main cash cow, and people are supporting their families because you have this game, that's so risky. That is so unstable because of the way technology moves and the way the gaming community works.
Oh, yeah.
You need to keep growing and growing and growing. So Jagex's first mistake was making RuneScape. They made an original RuneScape that was coded in Java, and it looked like crap, but people still played it. They liked the mechanics, and everyone was like little paper dudes walking around. Well, their first mistake was coding the next game in Java, because that's what's making all the botting a huge issue. They've hardly any way to defend themselves. The next mistake was not making another RuneScape when they started to learn that their game was slowly declining. Not making not making either a sequel to RuneScape or a whole new game entirely. That,
okay, yeah.
That's my opinion. I think
they should branch out or buy somebody else's project to make it.
Exactly, because you give people working for you and they're supporting their lives off of your concept and your poor decisions.
But admittedly, anybody on that staff probably could easily be like, oh, I dev'd for RuneScape for so many years. They could probably move into another game development environment that would be a little more stable.
Maybe.
But at this point.
Well, at the point that you've been with a company for X amount of years, though, you've kind of made that as your career choice. You want to defend that because
where's your retirement? Yeah, like
right. Where's your retirement? That's like going and saying, okay, well, it's not like I've worked in a restaurant for 50 years. I'll go work in another restaurant. It's really not the same because, yeah, you can do that, but it would be like it's a little.
But you're choosing to stay at a company that has put all its eggs in one basket. I mean, if you're not saving for your own retirement,
that is the company's fault.
You're not planning ahead yourself.
Who can't save for their retirement in this day, though?
True.
If you're a developer or a programmer, you have enough money.
They live paycheck to paycheck. They do. They live paycheck to paycheck.
Maybe at Jagex, but, no, not most of them.
Bigger companies now.
Okay.
We're talking about companies that run one game, though.
Yeah,
that was my
we're talking about most companies. Yeah, we're talking about most. We're talking about real people, not EA and Valve and whatnot. And even so, Valve just laid off 20-something people.
But a lot of little companies, they get freelancers who go through a company, and they're just constantly working on different projects.
Well, yeah, those people, and that's their career choice until they find someone to do. But no, but to say that, okay, I'm a programmer working for a company. Is it my fault that, and I believe in this company, so I'm going to work hard for this company. And I'm going to give it my all. And for no fault of my own, no knowledge of my own, they fucked up and now everything's in the trash. Is it fair to blame them? No, you blame the people in charge, not the people that are doing the work.
No, yeah. I'm just blaming.
Because those are two different people.
If you didn't put money aside and plan when you know your company only has one game, then that is your own fault. You can blame the company, but you didn't do anything in case.
Well, no, okay, so that you're right though, in a sense.
No one can.
Let me throw a wrench into that.
It's a tough market right now, and to say
I have a bolt.
And to say, all right, Lito, like let's Lito works at McDonald's, or I work at McDonald's, let's say, and suddenly, for the foreseeable future, people are eating my food. There's no reason for me to say, let's put money aside. Money's going to be coming in. I have to spend my money now to pay my bills right now. In the future, when those bills are paid, I can put money aside in the future, sure. And I'm paying into 401k or whatever, sure. But you have to pay into all those things for a long period of time. If suddenly burgers kill you and everyone stops buying McDonald's and quits eating my food, it's not my fault.
You know what's so funny about that?
I can't blame people for not planning ahead in the situation the world economy is in. I don't blame them.
Wieners, Mitchell.
A lot of white collar workers, if they would stop putting themselves into purposeful debt, because a lot of people don't know just because you can pay your bills does not mean you're living within your means.
No, of course not.
But a lot of people don't know that, and that's the problem.
Well, that's people being ignorant, though. That's not
working at McDonald's. No, you will work paycheck to paycheck. In fact, you probably don't even have enough to live without help from somebody else.
And that's a lot. That's a lot of jobs these days. I mean, minimum wage people. I mean, even if you go in for a specialized field, you're not making much more over minimum wage. You luck out and maybe making $12 an hour. That's good money. I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, most places, unless you're over in like, California or New York, where the cost of living is an extraneous difference from down here. As far as I'm aware, the cost of living where all of us live is roughly the same.
Well, yeah, it's roughly the same.
I mean, the only time you get different is when you go from like
New York to California.
New York, California, or it's like Podunk Nowhere, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Those, or if you're so far out, well, let's not even go into that. And if you're either you're in the biggest metropolis or outside, farthest away from a metropolis, those are your two extremes. And we all live in what I would only assume be a rural type area. I mean, I live in a moderately small town, Louisiana, and yeah, and I would assume that you all also live in moderately small towns.
Yeah, I do.
And for here, I mean, there's not a lot of people making over $12, $15 an hour.
Well, I have like a point. I'm biting my tongue here. I have a point to make about all that. The not saving up and it being the employee's fault. I agree with both sides because I'll use radio as a really good example of this because radio's dying a slow, horrible death right now.
Mm-hmm.
People in radio, my general manager, for example, sit there and they tell their employees, and I'm sure it's the same at Jagex and all these other game companies. They sit there and tell their employees, "We have a plan, okay? We have a plan.
Everything's great.
Here, yeah, everything's great. Look at these numbers. Look at these charts." And once we implement our plan, this is what we're predicting. And they put the slide over, and it's like all this money pouring down. They make you feel like you have job security. Therefore, I still think you should be prepared. I'm not disagreeing with Jemmy at all in that sense, but especially in this economy, you should be prepared. But people want to believe. People generally, naturally want to believe, especially when they've been working for a company that long. They're like, yeah, they have a plan, and I agree with the plan. It's really good. Just like Jagex is like, hey, we're going to stick with the times with RuneScape. We're not going to ditch it and make a new game. We're gonna make it better graphics. We're going to have better combat. We're going to have better this, better that. And everyone's like, that's fantastic. We're going to get rid of all the bots. And these people believe in their company because they've been told to. They've been convinced. And that plays a huge role in all of that whole argument. as people have been convinced. Even when I worked at the grocery store, they were telling us how great everything was. It was never a negative thing unless it was an employee doing something wrong. It was never negative in terms of the grand scheme of things. They're always making more money. It's like more people are shopping at our store than any other store. Why? Why do I believe you? You know, all you have is a stupid piece of paper that you could have drawn over there and then brought it into this room. You know, why should I believe that we're making more money than yesterday? We have the same community. We didn't get a boom in the residential area. So why would we?
Yeah, exactly.
Why did we gain 100 more customers yesterday? BS.
Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You need to do your research, not
But
believe
people don't think like
the
us.
memo coming down from above. Like, if you see you're not working on like any other games and you're working for a game company, maybe you should start to think, like, while it's secure now and the votes and numbers are good now, eventually people get tired of a game. Numbers go down. They're going to make cuts.
Well, I know, and I agree, and I think like that. But that's what I'm saying. People don't think like that. People want
don't
to believe.
feel like that. The American dream is I borrow steel to pay your bills and buy what you want because it's not your money. And to be honest, eventually, and for those aged 40 to 50 right now, or 35. Well, I don't know about 40 to 50. Well, at least a lot of the ones I know over here, it's like, oh, we can just file bankruptcy. It's too bad.
Oh God.
That just hurts everybody.
I have family members. If I count up a few of my family members, I can count at least 6 times bankruptcy has been filed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I know people who've done it, but they got really desperate. Even so, no, you're right. That's a terrible way to look at
I
things.
have an aunt that filed 3 times.
Dang. Because you have to wait 7 years between each time, right? I mean,
In theory.
in theory, yeah.
There's ways around it.
I guess, but
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know
there's
much about
different
it.
types of bankruptcy.
There are loopholes.
There are
various loopholes.
there are various loopholes and whatnot, but no, in theory, yeah, you do have to wait X amount of years. But yeah, no, I mean, and thing is though, that's what our economies, and without getting too crazy off everything, our economy is built on fake money. Our whole system is fake money and
IOUs.
corn and IOUs,
Yeah.
and we're owned by China, and I can go on with this for a long time, people.
Please don't.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
I've got a movie.
I hear it every day.
Don't eat corn. Don't eat corn products because it's killing our economy. Infowars.com.
Anyway, I'm moving away from that.
Infowars.com.
Oh my God! Please stop. Anyway, no, I think the whole thing though begs a good point. Like, just people need to be more prepared, especially in this day and age. Video games are just like radio and entertainment industry in general. It's not
volatile.
Yeah, it's not an easy industry to get into in the first place, and then once you're in, you're never secure. Ever. Like, well, if you're Blizzard, who knows?
There's
No, I wouldn't even say Blizzard's really secure.
Even Blizzard laid off a bunch of people
that's
recently.
Well, yeah, WoW side they have. You realize that there's like literally a couple hundred people that are employed in the industry. Like, if you take like voice actors, right? You realize there's only like 50 voice actors, like predominant voice actors, maybe 60 or 75, that do the majority of all work. And movies, especially in movies, you know, there's the Disney movie voice guy. There's the MGM guy, or not the MGM guy, but the Paramount or whatever that he's run by. But there's like 5 people that do all the movie voices, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Duke Nukem.
And then there's
and Christopher Nolan.
And Christopher Nolan. But no, and then if you look at like predominant people that are well off, they do so much that they keep going, and they're paid very well to do what they do. But you know, they'll do every bit of work that they can, and it doesn't leave a lot of room for anyone else. It's not really it's a niche market, and if you really think about it, there's more and more niches, and if you can't fill them, you can't get into the industry.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you want to be a reporter or whatnot, like a game reporter, if you want to be like, Like I don't know. Like if I were to like name a predominant game reporter journalist, I would probably point out like Adam Sessler, someone that's been in
Really?
how long?
That
Yeah.
washed up has been. God.
I can't be a part of this podcast anymore.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
You're really gonna slag Adam Sessler that way.
I'm not. Her?
Yeah. After no, that was a downhill slope. Sorry.
It was a slump, but whenever you're trying to pay the bills in California, you pay the bills.
Oh no, I'm not like down on him for doing what he had to do.
He does his work well, and he's.
That could be.
If you're gonna point at a man's career solely owned one television show.
No, I watched more than just that one television show.
Well,
I've
that's what
seen
you
his
just named,
interviews.
Everyone has their off days, but I mean,
He has a lot of them.
okay. Can you name someone better then?
For gaming,
A gaming
I've yet
journalist.
to
Lido.
really meet a gaming journalist
Total Biscuit.
that actually does a good job. Most of them are completely biased or just do not do their research. It's all sensationalism, and they're paid off by the companies. So, I mean, I don't know. I've never had evidence that Sessler was paid off, but I'm willing to bet the people who hired him were.
No. The companies that employed him for times, I'm sure that they were biased. I mean, everything's biased. Fox News. I mean, the only true source of information anymore in the world is the BBC World Service, because it's not owned by sensational left-wing, Fox.
Left-wing Fox?
Oh, sorry, right-wing Fox. Sorry.
Whoa! You just
They're on a wing.
fired.
Wrong wing. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Wrong wing.
But no, I mean,
We're about to be burned. That's what I'm
We
saying.
are. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. But no, I mean, it's no, because if I'm not talking about journalists that are say paid by like a journalist for IGN or there are still, I believe, technically journalists for the like GameStop magazine and stuff. But like,
Some of them were really bad. Some of them were really bad.
Some of them were really bad. I've never like I think Nintendo Power was the last like legitimate form of journalism, because at least they were biased and you're reading a Nintendo magazine, so you know it was going to be good about Nintendo, but you still get facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone has their
Like
own.
how to get to that next level.
I stopped picking up gaming magazines because they are just trash.
well, no, they are, and that's why I read thing like Eurogamer.net is a pretty decent source. There are some pretty decent sources, but I mean, really, I don't read everything anymore, because really I just listen to podcasts.
What?
Because all the interesting things are in podcast form these days.
Oh, well, yeah, podcast YouTubers who take it upon themselves to report gaming news that they see and find, and there's a lot of
patch. I quite enjoy the content patch.
Well, there's a lot of different things that people can choose from now. Whereas before, with that guy you were talking about and those other TV shows, YouTube wasn't what it is today, and the gaming community wasn't as open as it is today. People, we're just four random people who got together and started making a podcast and spouting off our mouths about our opinions. Anyone can do that. Whereas before, it was like there was no format for it. iTunes and RSS and all these things finally offered a format, and people started to grasp it. So it's anyone's game now. Don't if you think something's biased and you don't like it, just go to another YouTube channel. Until you find something you like.
Just like YouTube networks.
Yeah.
Anybody can join.
Yeah.
Are you 12? Join the Machinima.
How's
You
your
got at
channel
least
doing,
10
Lita?
subscribers, you're good, doing good. Just join Machinima, they'll take it.
Ooh, this is gonna be a pissing contest now.
It's about to turn into one, because actually, aside from the Machinima army, there are actually a few good YouTubers on Machinima. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
No, there are.
There's good
but
YouTubers
that
in
was
all of them.
before
It just depends.
Yeah,
I don't take people's network affiliation and post hold that against them, because the decision I made to join a network was because I wanted the benefits of a network, and I didn't care which one I joined as long as I wasn't committed to it for life. So I chose the one I am. Am I going to wave their flag over my head? No, not until they actually impress me. But I'm also not going to talk crap about them. And if anyone else is partnered with a rival network, it's cool. We're friends. I don't care. A network, you should be mad at you should be mad at the network, not the people who are with the network. Unless that person is like waving the flag and really
They're
saying
wearing the
things
mascot costume.
Yes, really saying things to piss you off. But I know people who are part of Machinima who are grateful, but don't necessarily agree with everything they do.
I mean, there are plenty of people that, and there are plenty of people that shouldn't even be on YouTube, to be honest. But
yeah, that's true.
But and I mean, because I'm not even going to Ray William Johnson, son.
There's nothing wrong with what he. No, I can't even really say that. He's kind of an okay guy.
What does he do? What does he do? I'm gonna show a funny video. I'm gonna make a pun.
Well, everyone has their people watch him. I mean,
we did that.
Who's to blame?
We did that in the '90s. We did that in the '90s. It's called America's Funniest Home Videos.
But people still obviously want
yeah, it's true.
There's a market.
Watching it. There's a market for it.
We've already seen the kid running around the yard and hitting his dad in the nuts. We've seen it. It's not funny anymore.
Obviously, people are still laughing because they still line up to watch him.
Sure, but I think if I want to watch fail videos, I'll go to Failblog, or I'll find a compilation that I don't have to sit down for 15 minutes to see four clips. I can sit and get a whole.
It's his personality, though. He's made himself likable through his personality, just like
and good on him. Good on him.
Good for him.
I don't care for him, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, and that's fine. But there's a lot of people who like him, and that's fine.
I'm glad they get entertainment out of it.
That's just how it is.
I'm glad that he's successful.
I don't think you are.
Then there's
no. See, I never, as cynical or a-hole-ish as I can ever sound, do I ever wish unsuccess on someone that clearly has success. Or anything that I don't have.
I mean, he's earned it.
He's earned it. I mean, Tobuscus and Fluffy Lumpkins and Kitty Titface and all these people.
PewDiePie.
Good on them. Good on them. The JugTubers and all those people. Good on you that you have a million subscribers and people watch your videos. I may occasionally watch one or two of them if the thumbnail can entice me.
Yeah, exactly.
But generally, you get my attention for about 15 seconds, and then I realize that it's boring nonsense. I'm just supposed to stare at tits. Which, if that's the case, I'm just gonna go watch porn.
Fair enough.
Why am I gonna go watch a chick with her tits up in the and y'all know which ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's
a whole slew of them.
There's a few of them.
I don't watch the chicks.
That's a whole nother issue in itself.
You know what I'm talking. Yes, you've seen them. You know what I'm talking about, though.
I know about Reply Girls with that.
No, okay, okay. Same thing as Reply Girl. Where they have their tits up in their face. They're like, and I have this to say, and all my cleavage out. And that's how I'm going to get all my views, because I'm a chick with cleavage out. And those people, good on them. Good on them. And to be honest, if I was a chick that had large tracts of land, I may have a channel to get views for that. I may be that low, but I'm not, and so my moral standing is it's not entertaining to me. Good on you if it is, and if you become a millionaire or famous for it, good on you.
I completely agree.
Am I gonna be happy joy about it? No. Am I gonna push people through your videos? No.
Yeah, that's fine. No one's disagreeing with you at all.
I know. I'm very passionate about what I don't like on YouTube.
Yes, we know. Sorry, I'm thinking of you.
I spend hours watching YouTube, filing through the filth to find good stuff on YouTube, and I'll be damned if it doesn't give me the right to bitch about it. If I watch it, I get to bitch
YouTube has pissed a lot of people off in who they promote, so I'm there with you. I don't agree with half the people who are on the front page of YouTube, but you can't avoid it because it makes YouTube money, so YouTube's gonna push them to make more money.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, I was told you could actually block channels on your
You can.
Allegedly.
No one.
I'm still yet to find that button. I'm still yet to find that button.
No one does it. The passionate people do, but no one. It's still the general public sees it on the front page and they click on it. They don't think to block it because they're not on YouTube 24/7. They just watch it to see something funny and then move on with their day. That's who they're targeting.
I need a new cat video.
Yeah, I need my cat.
It's like, my friend sent me this funny video of this guy dunking but catching his face on the hoop. Gotta watch it. That's totally fine. I send stupid videos to people all the time.
This is why Ray William Johnson is successful though, because he shows 4 funny videos and then he tells jokes that people like, and it's on the front page. So now you don't have to search YouTube. You can just watch one of your. He's not the only one who does it, but you can watch Ray William Johnson.
For the filth. You can just watch his video, and he'll have some.
Yeah, but I consider his filler filth. So
yeah, and that's fine.
And to be honest, if I could have done it, I'm not gonna lie, I'd have done it because I'm a cynical bastard in that response. But as I'm not, I don't want to watch him.
Well, let's have
it's filler that doesn't entertain me. It's filler that doesn't entertain me.
No, and
I'd much rather watch.
You're entitled to that.
The Vlog Brothers, or go watch, Food Wishes for a fun recipe, or other people whom I won't name. I'll go watch their vlogs, but it's very few.
Well, let's have a little bit of a palate cleanser.
It is getting more awkward. Silent Killer 96, and it will continue to get more awkward until we hit either Hitler or tentacle porn.
I think we should hit the Mad Lib.
Mad Lib!
I have one, and we're almost out of time here, so let's just whip through this one, starting with Jemmy, Boombody, then Lido. And I need an adjective.
Stringy.
Stringy. I need a noun.
Hitler.
Hitler. Right.
That's a pronoun.
No, it's a proper noun.
Place your thing.
Proper noun.
All right, an animal.
Noun. You said it.
I'll take Hitler.
An animal? A chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee. All right, I need an adverb.
Really?
Quickly.
I'll just go for
quickly.
Yeah.
The adverb everyone chooses.
Yeah, the adverb, the only one we know.
Yes. Okay, a verb.
Jumps.
Jumps.
Jump.
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 Yeah.
Verb ending in ing.
Verb ending in ing. How about
So far, this is gonna be pretty funny.
how about crouching?
Crouching. I need a plural noun.
Subs.
Subs. I need a verb ending in ed.
Verbs are hard right now. I don't know why. I just.
Well, it's a past tense. It's a past tense action. So,
Yawned.
No. Blasted.
Blasted. Okay. An occupation.
An occupation. How about a sanitation specialist?
Nice. Garbage man.
Can't just say garbage man, can you? Gotta be on PC.
A verb.
That's not... I do that sarcastically.
Laughs.
Laughs. Okay. Laugh. I need an occupation followed by another occupation.
I will have to go with... Blacksmith.
Blacksmith. I like it.
I was gonna say
Alright.
Another occupation.
juggler.
How about a referee?
That's not a profession. It's a hobby.
Referee.
Oh, is it?
I need an adjective.
Yeah.
How about a maternal referee? No, it's kidding.
An adjective from Jemmy now? Wow.
Naked.
Naked, of course.
Maybe a theoretical referee. A noun?
Yes.
Hill.
Potpourri.
Hill. Lito, give me a fantasy creature.
A fantasy creature, huh? Pikachu.
All right, I'll take it.
Pika.
Jemmy, we need a noun.
Oh, T-shirt.
T-shirt. Okay. Let's have an adjective. That is not the word shirt. Okay, adjective.
Me?
Oh, you left out the R.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
I did.
T-shirt.
Damn it! Come on!
Sorry.
Okay, I need an adjective, then a noun, and we're done.
Whose turn is it? Mine?
You.
Yours. Adjective.
An adjective. I don't know.
Adjective.
You have your noun. There
Think?
you go.
Thinking? No, that's not an adjective. Confusing?
Yeah.
Confusing. Lito, noun. Save us.
No, I'm just
come
kidding.
on.
Cowbell. Cowbell.
Cowbell. This Mad Lib is called Spider-Man.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we don't have a lot of time here. A rather stringy thing happened. Oh, I'm sorry. A rather stringy thing has just occurred in life, and nerdy high Hitler student Peter Parker has been... Okay. Occurred in the life of nerdy high Hitler student Peter. So the school is named High Hitler.
Yeah, I know.
Named Peter Parker. After being bitten by a radioactive chimpanzee, his body chemistry is quickly altered in that. Let's see. His body chemistry is quickly altered in that he can jump walls and ceilings, and he develops a chimpanzee sense which warns him of crouching danger. Adopting the name Chimpanzee Man, Peter first uses his newfound subs to make money, like we all do. But after his uncle blasted in the hands of sanitation okay, hold on. But after his uncle is blasted in the hands of a sanitation specialist, that sounds so gross. Peter failed to laugh. He swears to use his subs to fight the evil that blasted his uncle.
Great success.
Wow. At the same time, blacksmith and referee Norman Osborn, after exposure to a naked nerve, Hill develops an alternate personality himself, the super strong, psychotic green Pikachu. Peter Parker must now juggle three things in his life. His new job at the local newspaper under perpetually on-edge T-shirt, his battle against the evil green Pikachu, and fight to win the affections of confusing classmate Mary Jane Watson against none other than his best cowbell, Harry Osborn, son of Norman Osborn. This challenge is too much for even the amazing. Is this challenge too much for even the amazing chimpanzee to handle? Chimpanzee man to handle. I'm sorry, I read that so poorly, but started out pretty funny.
Wow.
Yep.
Hitler High.
Hitler High.
Hitler High.
Welcome to Hitler High. Oh, man.
Do we have glory hole theory there?
Oh.
The glory hole theory. Do they teach glory hole theory at Hitler High?
Let's not. Let's not.
Okay.
That's funny.
We're out for the night. Thank you all for tuning into the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to check us out online, everythingnoob.com, for all of your show notes and all the other things we talked about.
Do we have any emails from people this week?
I did check beforehand, and I didn't see any, but that was a few hours ago that I checked, trying to jump ahead. So
nothing show-worthy?
Nothing we can even read now because we don't have time, but if you guys want us to read your messages you send to us, go to everythingnoob.com and click the Write Us button. And any questions, comments...
And it's your money.
And there's no money involved.
There can be.
There can be one day.
JK, we don't have a donate button, people. Come on.
I guess send us your Monopoly money to
Yes.
our
I'll take that.
non-existent P.O. box.
Send us your
Box
RuneScape gold, your World of Warcraft shillings, whatever.
No.
you can get.
Right.
You
Everything.
took my joke and made a joke out of it.
I'm sorry. All right. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Republic credits!
Republic
Adios.
credits.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this installment of the Everything Noob podcast. Don't miss a live recording of our podcast on twitch.tv/enoobs, recorded every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. For information on everything you heard in tonight's show, visit everythingnoob.com and check out the show notes. There you will also find all of our past episodes, host bios, our Twitter feed, and a place to even ask us questions, which we may answer during the show. See you next week, and happy gaming.